Hey, great. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our team call. And no doubt we'll have a few more people joining us in a minute. But in the meantime, a very, very warm welcome to everyone joining us. And we have got some very, very exciting things to talk about on this call. So for those of you that may be listening in and you're listening to a recording, you are so welcome too. But the information is super, super important. So we're going to run for about 20 minutes, and we're going to be particularly talking about a super incentive that we're launching, which is a recruitment incentive. And we feel that this is absolutely critical because more people in our business obviously means more growth, reaching more people, touching more people. And the excitement is on big time with the business. So the business is suddenly, from a corporate standpoint, has come to life in an enormous way. Worldwide expansion is not just promised, it's actually happening. And we've got a vast amount of business that is being done. And people are saying, look, the times of 2013, when the massive boom of our business happened, is back. So I'm going to hand over to Gordon now. And Gordon, would you just sort of literally take us through a little bit of your perspective on how the new marketing plan is making such a big difference? Perhaps some people are not aware of some of the key points about the new marketing plan that are suddenly getting people so excited.
Yeah, of course. Good evening, everybody. And as James said, in fact, we were listening to the call earlier on with the Vision 2025, hosted by Simon Bowler, and he was saying that 2013 was really the watershed when the Nice conference was, and if you like, the Generation Y kind of happened, and the digital age came to Juice Plus. And the business basically just took off like that. And, that's very exciting. But interestingly enough, Simon, shared some of the information with us. And during those 7 years, we've actually accumulated 5.5 million new customers. Amazing. And of that, there's been 280,000 new healthy starts for families, which has been incredible over that period of time. And a whole host of 801 new national marketing directors, 266 international marketing directors, 172 EMDs, and 175 PMDs. And last weekend in Dubai, they announced the PMD Plus, a new position in the marketing plan, which I'll talk about in a minute. And there are now 10 people in Europe that are at that level. So only 10. It's a really, really scarce position to be at, but it's so worth going there because the rewards are amazing. For anyone that hasn't kind of discovered this, in the back office, you can actually print off the whole of the compensation plan. And this is not just a one-pager, it's several pages, and it's got really a detailed information. And I really do suggest, and you'll find that under your virtual office, and it's at the top of the dashboard, and it's basic information, and it's all about the compensation plan and products, and you can print that off. But just to highlight a couple of things in there that are really exciting. So I explained about the Partner Plus incentive. What they've done there is built another layer, if you like, at the top, but at the entry stage, so people coming in as new partners, they can actually move up very quickly to Partner Plus. There's a bonus for doing that, which has been brand new, and effectively you would get your kind of sign-on fee, probably even your first month's contribution towards your own personal order back as a result of going to Partner Plus in your first month. They've also lowered down the actual threshold for senior partner and for sales coordinator. So that's a lot more achievable. And again, it's something that back in 2013, we're actually back to the levels that we were at 2013, which really created so much momentum and excitement. And I think that's the whole kind of message that the company are trying to portray now. In terms of another new position, they've actually put in between sales coordinator and senior sales coordinator a position called qualifying senior sales coordinator, and that enables you to kind of like a little stepping stone or milestone to get you up to that next level. But it also attracts £1,000 bonus, which if you continue to achieve the qualified senior sales coordinator position for 3 consecutive months, you actually get that £1,000 bonus, which is fantastic. So, you know, I'm very excited about that, because we've got a number of people within our own team that are very close to reaching that. You've also got to have not just the volume of 5,000, but you've actually also got to have a team with a personal PB business underneath you as well. So that's very exciting, and we'll see that develop over the weeks and months to come.
Great. Well, well, Gordon, let's just talk very quickly about the customer acquisition incentive that we've been running, because really what we're doing now is we're adding the recruitment incentive. But tell us about the customer acquisition incentive and how well that has been going so far, and when that was introduced. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, well, we talked about it at the Edinburgh conference, and it was something that came out from there. And we set ourselves a goal after the Edinburgh conference to do a number of customers, new customers in the UK. And we achieved that very quickly. And that was really, really good. And it was something that on offer for doing that as well was actually a free ticket to Silverstone, which Michelle and I we put up as an incentive. And I think we've actually kind of now put out, I think 4 tickets have been won along the way, including one with Marcel to his conference in Spain. Alicia, I see on the call, she's got a conference ticket for Silverstone, which is fantastic. Iona, I think you've got a ticket as well. And yeah. Howard, you did one as well, if wherever Howard's gone. And I know, yeah, well done, well done. And last month we had Leslie Humphreys in Katie's business. She had a ticket as well. And
what people have done, Gordon, to get to this, and tell us how it's actually been working. So
what we do is we set a target for the month, and then we down count each sale that's made, order that's made, and it can be a brand new order, it can be for yourself, it could be for your family, it could be obviously a customer order, but it has to be a brand new order. And we just down count that, and obviously people participate in it. You know, they congratulate people. I was a bit tardy in actually putting it up this month, and literally yesterday I put it up, and we had Katie and Aviva. Katie kind of piled in with 5 new customers in the first day that I put the order up. The actual
so how many customers are we doing on a monthly basis in this incentive?
We're setting ourselves a target for 60 customers, new customers.
60 new customers in the team.
And we've kind of, apart from December, we more or less achieved that each month. And obviously that doesn't include the European figures. It doesn't include America. It doesn't include all the other countries that we're in as a group. But yeah, it's very exciting to see, because, you know, as a new customers, they are the lowest. They are the kind of the if you like, the basic part of our business that makes it work. You know, without us having customers, we ain't going to have you know, business really.
Good. Thanks so much, Gordon. That's really, really interesting. So we're powering on forward now, everybody. Is everybody excited? Yeah. Yeah. It's very, very exciting what we're talking about today. So now we're going to talk about recruitment. And as we just heard on the big call that Simon was just running a moment ago, that in the first 2 months of this year, 2,000 people have been recruited across Europe. So that's hugely exciting. So yesterday, a number of us attended the recruitment masterclass, which was at Gatwick. And I'm just going to bring on Vera. I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself, and Paula and Vera. You're eating, I can see. Don't worry. Are you eating?
No.
Cordon bleu meal. Okay, right. Okay. So Vera, just tell us very quickly your perspective on going to the masterclass yesterday. There were loads of people there, weren't there? And it was, what did you feel about it?
It was amazing. I think Danny and Ross are really on it and cracking how we should all be running our businesses. And I think it was really good that they gave us so many how-tos, and we had a power hour where we were told different things by different people of their team. And a lot of them was focused on Instagram and Facebook, primarily actually Instagram, and also they were saying we need to use things like Twitter and LinkedIn. And also IS was talking about using, actually most of them were talking about creating your story through stories. We need to show up a lot more live, which is Dani's thing that she does every single day. And most of her team were saying the same. Whether you do it on your feed or you do it in your story, the people relate to you. And we've heard this thing that no one buys Juice Plus, they buy you. So that is their way of how they've been attracting customers, by showing basically everything they do, whether you're working, whether you're a mom, whether you're a working person, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, housewife, student. Basically, they record everything in the phone, but you have to be very strategic about it, because you have only certain amount of time in the day. And they were mentioning that we all have 24 hours, and Michelle Powell is also very organized, so she led us through her system and connected all of them together. They are most of the time ready the day before and have kind of an idea of what they're going to talk about. So they prepare the night before, and that's why I think we need to be working maybe as a team a little bit more on creating, or at least using each other's content.
What was your number one takeaway, Vera? Number one takeaway?
Community. That we need to share the community more, that we're not doing this by ourselves, but we're doing it with other people.
Good. All right. Well,
all of them have.
Super. Brilliant. Let me just introduce Paula now. Paula, thank you very much, Vera. Paula, are you there?
Myself.
Oh, yeah, here we are. The TV studio. Hello. So thank you very, very much. Just quickly, Paula, what were your big takeaways?
That I need to be using Instagram more. I think most of the people were talking about the success that they were getting was through Instagram, showing yourself, your lifestyle, and just, it's almost like they do it as a diary. Yep. You know, they work as a diary. And as Vera was saying, it's like the community. And I think they seem to, everyone that was talking, they've got like a certain structure. So that's something I need to do more of. But they have a lot of everything backed up. So when people have a question, they've already made it into a video, or they've got a group. So they just add the person. I've got a group anyway. But
what are you going to do differently as a result of going to?
I want to. My kind of failing is probably organising myself enough, you know, to be structured enough. So I'm really going to just work on more of a structure.
Yep.
Of doing things like the night before. So I've already made a plan of the week of what I want to focus on each day.
Yep.
And so then you don't kind of just drift off and get overwhelmed. I think that's what they were saying. If you get things more structured, you don't get overwhelmed.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Well, thank you, Paula. That's
brilliant.
But
it was absolutely amazing. And also, I think what I got out of it was the absolute energy that people have got. And like, you know, people are still really excited for it. There's so many people just hungry for it still.
Yeah. Thank you, Paula. Yeah. So in a moment, we're going to hear from Michelle about the recruitment incentive that we've got. But what I'm going to do just very quickly is just go over my feedback from the masterclass yesterday, which I have to say I was absolutely stunned by. I thought the content was absolutely incredible. I thought that the professionalism of the people was absolutely astonishing. I mean, the personal growth and the business growth that people are going through in our business is really, really unique. And this is why we absolutely have to get to all the events. I mean, you know, look, we were having lunch yesterday and we were sitting down and we were a bit late, and Paula, you know, was there with Gemma, and she said, I've got to get back.
I'm not wasting any time.
Just back for the start. I don't want to miss 1 second. And it was that type of day. There was so much good stuff. And so, you know, some people may say, well, I've been to this event or that event before. But honestly, everyone, you know, we've got to be getting to the events. It's where it's at. I call it getting into the zone. When you go to the events, you get in the zone, you smell the atmosphere, you sense the emotion, you get the hunger in yourself, and you think, yes, I want this. And that's been the secret of my success, that I've just always been at events. So I just want to share with you 5 keys that I got from the event, and then we're going to be going straight over to Michelle. The key thing about recruitment, and the number one people that we're going to go to get our best results, are our customers. The number one people that we're going to go for to get recruitment, get good quality recruitment, are our customers. And they gave some really, really good feedback and ideas about talking to our customers. And the key thing was really referrals. Asking people, has anyone noticed that you've lost weight? Has anyone noticed that you're looking good? Has anyone complimented you about your energy? You know, getting people to give referrals. And people, yeah, they have, you know, and people start talking, and then we say, well, look, you know, have you thought that you could be doing this as a business? This could really, really work for you. You're a walking advertisement. So that was a big one. The second thing that they said, which is absolutely critical, is to know your product story so that you can tell people straight away what your product story is, because that's going to be the most compelling thing always about talking to anyone. And also be prepared to tell a business story. And some people say, well, I haven't had very much success so far, so what story have I got to tell? You've got the company's story to tell. You've got to tell the story that Juice Plus is a 50-year-old company. Juice Plus is, you know, way up there in terms of the billions. I think we're close to, you know, a turnover of 10 billion, 12 billion. You know, we are a company that is really, really happening big time, and we're a huge success story. The third thing that they spoke to us about massively was the whole issue of follow-up. Would you believe that 48% of people never follow up? Can you believe that? And why is that? Because we don't want to be rejected, but the fortune is in the follow-up. Do you know that only 10% of people follow up 3 times? And they say that it's the 3rd time on the follow-up that when people are most likely to say yes to something. So that's critical. Now, another really, really important thing, and this is the 4th thing of the 5 that I'm going to talk about, is that they spoke a lot, or you know, it's been spoken to me a lot about recently, that the absolute key to recruiting is 3-way Zoom calls. So to get your new prospect on a Zoom call with your upline, purely and simply for your upline to tell their story. No selling, but just to tell their story. And what they're saying, and what's been sold to me, is that the recruitment from that one exercise is pretty much up to about 80%. About 80% of people will join after that one activity, just a Zoom call between your new prospect and your upline, and you on the Zoom call as well at the same time. And finally, the key thing about prospecting is to understand that everyone is different. So to not feel that everyone has got to be like you, but just to focus on the fact that some people are go-getters, some people are more laid back, some people are more like analytical people, and to try to fashion everything for those particular traits in people, to try to measure your energy for their energy, but most importantly, find out what people want so that we can effectively tailor what we're presenting to people in a way that's going to be very appealing to them. So that's my feedback from the recruitment masterclass. Again, it was fantastic. The next big opportunity we've got, of course, is Silverstone, and we're going to be talking about that toward the end of the call. But I'm going to hand over now to Michelle, the wonderful Michelle Wilkie, who's down in Portugal. And Michelle, would you be able to talk us through a little bit about what our recruitment incentive is going to be?
Yes, of course. Hi, everybody. Nice to be on, seeing you all. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we were just talking about the customer incentive that we had, which has been really successful. And we know customers are really, really important, but also recruitment is equally important. And for you to all grow your business and for you to get to that next level, we've got to be recruiting more. So we thought that we would put together an incentive for you guys. And we are looking at or considering at the moment, and sort of obviously would take your feedback into consideration as well, but looking at a mixture of money, you know, giving you an extra pay packet, if you like, as an incentive bonus, leading up to a spa day. So what we're proposing at the moment is if you recruit 2 new people frontline, they also need to have their own order in place. And you know, you need to be sensible about this, that you're not just sort of sponsoring, you know, your mum or your sister or somebody who's got no intention of building a business, because this really is for you guys to build your business and to take you to the next level. But what we're looking at doing is if you get 2 new people frontline in March and April, so obviously we're doing this in the build up to Silverstone, that you will then get a £50 incentive bonus. If you get 3 people, then it'll be £100. And if the person with the most recruitment prospects, sorry, will get £100 plus a spa day. So we really wanted your feedback, and most, you know, a lot of you are in action takers, or you can personally message me to tell us what your thoughts are on that, or if there's something else that excites you more that you would prefer as an incentive. You know, we want to work with you guys. We want to find out what it is you want. That was something that we've come up with. We're quite excited about it, but it's whether that excites you. So message me afterwards and let me know about that, or put it on Aquila or whatever. Can I have a thumbs up if it's sounding interesting?
Yeah, great.
Oh yeah, there's a few thumbs up there. But if not, I can see that there are a few thumbs that didn't go up. Let us know what your thoughts are on that. But yeah, that's what we're proposing. And yeah, we'd like your feedback on it.
Thank you very much. So the incentive is for everyone. It's not just for, you know, Michelle and Gordon's team. It's for the whole of Aquila. That's including my team as well. But we're all in the same team. So we are, you know, we put it out on we put it out on Aquila, and we got some good response from people. Everybody said, yeah. So really, you know, unless otherwise, that's what we're going to be running with.
I've just had a question as well. Alicia's just asked, is that 2 a month, or
yes,
is it 2 in the entire time? But it's 2 a month, Alicia,
2 a month,
for everybody.
And, you know, look, it is pushing the boat out. There's no question. But can you imagine what will happen to your business if you've got 4 new people front line in your business by the end of April? Can you imagine what the rest of the year would look like? It would be phenomenal. You know, the growth that you would get would be spectacular. And as we all know, it's all about bringing people on. And the reason why we're focusing on it is because we know that people have a certain trepidation to this. Some people think, oh, well, I can't imagine people joining me in my business. But you'd be surprised. You know, when I first started, I just started talking to people. And what someone said to me right at the start, they said, James, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person. And what we're basically saying there is the wrong people, no matter what you say to them, they're not going to do it. But for the right people, you can be as hopeless as anything. And I was absolutely hopeless when I first started. But I just kept speaking to people, and the right people joined me. So it all starts with making a prospect list. I mean, I was talking to Vera the other day, and I said to her, Vera, on my phone, I've got my Juice Plus hot list. There it is. You're not allowed to copy it down, but that's my hot list. So I've got 29 people on my hot list. These are my people that I'm running with at the moment. And you know, whenever I'm coming back to an event or anything, I always go back to this list and just say, right, okay, I'm going to invite these people or some of these people, and I'm just continually working on them, working on them all the time. So, you know, it's going to be exciting. I understand not everybody's going to go for it. We recognize that. But for the people that really, really want to make it happen, then this is just a perfect opportunity to really get laser focused. And if you think back to Katie Ravey in the early days, I mean, you know, she would focus on sponsoring 5 new people a month. 5 new people a month. I mean, you know, it seems like an awful lot, but look at the growth that she got as a result of that. And for those people who don't know Katie Ravey is sort of a legend in our business. She's the upline of pretty much everyone in the UK now, took the business from a standing start to millions and millions of turnover. So, you know, it just shows what can be done when people understand the whole issue of multiplication. Bring people on, and the rest just happens. It's just wonderful. All right, so let's move on. We're going to be completing the call very shortly, but I just want to come on to, is Gordon there, Michelle? Here he is.
Here he is.
Here's that superstar. So
we've got this reel going along in our office. We just
I love that. Yeah,
along.
no, I love that. I love that. I heard Michelle start the engine, and it sort of pulled you in. Yeah, I love that. So tell us about Silverstone and what's going to be happening.
Yes, so Silverstone is very exciting. It's it's a one-day event, which is the first time we've ever had a one-day event, and it's on the 2nd of May. But the format for the actual event is quite unique, but not unique to the Juice Plus world, because certainly when I've ever gone to America to the conferences there, they have a very similar type of conference. And obviously we're going to try this out for the first time in May. So the idea is that around the conference area, and I'm not quite sure how that's going to work within, I've never been to Silverstone in terms of the conference area there, but they're going to try and kind of do it like a track day. So they'll have like a main area where there'll be some main speakers, but off to the side of that, there'll be booths that you can actually go and visit, and you can actually talk to experts. There'll be some guys there for the product, some guys there for the compliance, some guys there for the business, and all sorts of guest speakers. Then they're kind of, the idea is that they're going to kind of then pull us all back into the main area when there's a main speaker, and we'll kind of hear that for 40 minutes or an hour and a half or that type of thing. And then again, we can break and go into the booths and move around and just really get as much information as we want, rather than having people talk to us the whole time. So it's quite an exciting format. There's a Friday night 12:24 club as well. And then, but the whole conference will start on that day. Our big question is, do you guys want to have a get together after the conference? Do you want to have it on the Friday night before the conference? Do you want to have a breakfast before the conference? Tell us what you would like us to do, and we're happy to organize something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Thumbs up if you'd like something, team together.
People can come back on Facebook, but I mean, I think that I'm putting my thumb up. But you know, we were thinking of a dinner or a breakfast or maybe a reception, but we will do something for the team. So watch this space, and we will definitely be doing something, because I think that's one of the most valuable things about the whole conference, is everybody coming together. So we're just finishing now. It's just after 9 o'clock, but just imagine a picture. So we're rolling up to Silverstone, and a historic, absolutely legendary location. You know, when you think of all of the races that have been won and the Nicky Lauders and the, you know, all of the people that have been there over the years. And we're arriving because we are absolutely mega excited about the event, not just because we are going to the event, but because we have got 4 new people or 6 new people going to the event with us. It's all absolutely possible. And if we have that, then the event will be just off the scale in terms of our own personal excitement. And when we leave, you know, we'll be sharing so much energy and everything with our new people, because they will be excited and we will be even more excited. And then the rest of all of our years will be, all of the rest of this year will be absolutely spectacular. So Gordon, can you just tell us, just very quickly, just finishing, with your perspective as an accountant, what does the power of multiplication mean to you? When you say you get one person starting, they get new people starting, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I think if I kind of played that scenario out, James, and this is kind of the scenario, if you like. So anyone that doesn't get in the next 3 to 6 months new people in the business and actually then get them going, in another 3 to 6 months, they'll be so much further behind the people that did get 3 to 6 people getting going. The following year, those 3 to 6 people will then duplicate themselves. And in 3 years' time, your business will be double or triple the size of the person that doesn't go and recruit people into the business. That's the scenario. And now's a fantastic time to do it. You know, we've got all the tools in place. I mean, I've just come off the call with Simon, and you know, the digital toolkit that we have now is just phenomenal, and it's going to get even better. And you know, anyone that is looking at our business for the first time, it's an exciting place to be. You know, we're moving into new countries. We've just rebranded and reduced in price one of our major products, Uplift, and that's got to be a kind of you know, game changer in terms of introducing people to the concept of Juice Plus. I understand from sources not to be revealed that we're going to have an announcement about Tower Gardens at Silverstone as well. So that's going to be quite interesting too. New countries coming on board. We heard about Mexico, we heard about Romania, we heard about Portugal. They're creating a vision for Rio de Janeiro in 2025. We're going to see Brazil open up. So it's a very, very exciting time to come into our business. And, you know, that's the message that we have to share with people. It's not what you say, it's how you feel about what you say that's going to attract people into your business. And if you're excited, you'll get other people excited.
Great, well done. Thank you very much, everyone. And, you know, it's a very, very exciting time. So, and remember, everyone around us right now, at the top of their agenda, at the top of their thinking is, how can I maximize my health? How can I maximize my immune system? I won't say any more, but we know it's in the news, and everybody is looking for everything they can do to make themselves more healthy. And we have something absolutely incredible at our disposal. So probably more than ever before, the timing for our business and for our product is utterly perfect. So watch this space, everyone. We look forward to recognizing and applauding your enormous success over the next 2 months. And we're here all the way to help you. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. And we will look forward to seeing you very soon.
I look forward to your feedback.
Bye.
Yeah. Nice
Thanks, guys. 99.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.